Good afternoon. I'm Hubert Pegues, also known as Pete, and I am a member of the Street Church ministry team. Let's go that way.
That's a good name for it. And my name's Trin, and I'm the Associate Rector here at Church of the Epiphany. And I have the first question for Pete, which is, Pete, to tell me when you started first attending Street Church and a little bit of the story behind what brought you to Street Church.
Okay. I started attending Street Church in around the year 2003. Yeah, 2003. Reverend Charles, who was the former pastor of the Epiphany, was ministering there, and I was homeless, and I was at the Franklin Shelter, which is directly across the street from Franklin Park. And I heard some talking, and I saw the crowd gathering, and everybody's whispering, they're going to feed you there. So I ran across the street, and I met Reverend Charles there. And I got to talking to him and found out he was from Bennettsville, South Carolina, where my family's from there.
Oh, wow.
And we just hooked up from there. And I'd been attending off and on, for years.
So did you find Epiphany through Street Church? Did you find
Yes.
Street Church first?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't realise that.
Yes, Street Church came first, and then I managed to get myself down here to Epiphany. So how about you? Did you ever think that you would be preaching in the streets of Washington, D.C.?
Definitely not. I'm from London, and my last parish was in a very fancy, well-to-do, wealthy part of South London, where we had very little in the way of street ministry in that part of London. And no, I didn't expect to come to America, I didn't expect to come to Washington, and I didn't expect to land in a church like this. That said, my sense of vocation and my calling to the priesthood has always been strongly connected with a desire to serve amongst the poor and the marginalised. And I felt cheated when I was sent to this parish I was at in London, because I didn't have any opportunities to learn and grow in that ministry. And so it felt to me like real providence and God's guidance that brought me to a church where a lot of my ministry was spent doing that kind of thing, and particularly the opportunities to grow through Street Church. How, for you, how is Street Church different to church on Sundays?
Well, Street Church, to me, it's a big difference. For one, a lot of the people that are in the streets will never enter the doors of the church because of different reasons. Some may not be a religious thing, some may not believe, period, in God. But with me going out in the street and being in Franklin Park, where I'm familiar with the people and they're familiar with me because of my past, it gives me a chance to show them what God can do in their lives. He's made a big difference in my life, other than just the music in the church, but it's a chance to show folks that with faith and some hope, you can change. And so that's what I'm there to do, is to show others that faith and hope in God is not a bad thing. It's better than hoping your next hit is better or doing drugs is better. You got to have faith in someone or something rather than just little things here in the street. Mm-hmm. All right, so with that, I'm going to say that I'm just hoping that I can make a difference in someone's life, whether it's in the word or the song or just showing them how a change can be, just the smallest change.
I think there are real resonances with what you've said. For me, the important or the defining thing about Street Church is that we, the church, are going out to meet people where they're at. And I think we spend a lot of time as church thinking about how to bring people in through our doors and to recruit people into the church to tell them the message of God's love. But sometimes it's really important for us to go to where people are. And as you say, for all sorts of reasons it can be difficult for people to find their way into church. And I wouldn't want them to miss out on the message of God's love. And I think that is the model that Jesus gives us. Jesus didn't spend all his time teaching in the temples. Jesus was out there with the people, by the lakeshore, on the road, stopping here or stopping there, and spending time with people and telling them a message of love. And that is what street church is to me.
God is still alive, and the word is still good news. And just come on out and join us.
Yeah, join us.
Join us, that's it. All right, and now that you've had a chance to meet with people in all walks of life, you're dealing with people who have mental issues, they're struggling with homelessness, and just different trials and tribulations in their lives. What would you have to say to them?
I think that's a really profound question and hard to answer in the space of a minute or two. I think one thing that I am really aware of is how much I've learnt from the people amongst whom I minister here in Washington, and particularly amongst those who are homeless or struggling in other ways. Every day I'm being taught more about what it means to be a person, and all the different challenges and struggles that people can face as they go through their daily lives. And the difficulty then is that we all feel like we want to do something about it and make it all better. And one of the challenges as a priest in a church like Epiphany is that we can't make it all better and we can't fix everything. And so sometimes that can feel, you can find yourself thinking, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing a good job here? But a word that you said earlier on in our conversation really sticks with me, which is hope. And I think that that is what I try to offer people who I meet now as a priest, is hope. And hope because I believe that anyone can get out of the situation that they're in with the right help. And I can offer them a message of hope and try and channel them to people who can help them in more practical ways. And the other thing that I can offer them, and the other thing that I try to speak into some of the struggles that people have, is companionship and relationship and friendship, and is to say that I'm another human being and I really care about your situation and I want to hear about it and I want to get to know you and I want to walk with you. I can't carry your load for you, I can't lift these struggles from your back for you, but I can be with you and pray with you and pray for you and ask you to pray for me as we explore these struggles together. And that's what I've been learning from ministering amongst the good people of downtown Washington DC. Come and join us at 1 p.m. in Franklin Park for the Eucharist, and lunch follows that.
Yes, and bring your voice. I would love to have you come out and sing with me and the Reverend Trin. We have song booklets, shall I say. But come on out and join us. May God be with you.